Now today we are reacting to Chovy hits 2067 LP on the Korean server, so let's see how a 2K LP player performs. Okay. Whoever frost flashes. Yeah, I mean really good. So the goal as Silas is to know the tricks with the enemy ult. For example, as Orianna you can actually like ult and flash, right? Which may not apply to every single ultimate. So the reason why he got the kill there, because he had the knowledge that he can actually ult with Orianna, then flash in, then look for an all-in, right? That's why he E'd in, because otherwise it would be a very bad E if he wouldn't know that he can flash and do the flash ult trick, right? Definitely well played on his part, connects his E very consistently, gets a pick, and does he get a double kill? No, he's not chasing anymore the Viego. He knew that if he works towards Chovy, he gonna get all in. But it's very interesting how he maxed his abilities there. He actually did max Q, then E, but he didn't actually max his W. He had only 1 point in it, which I never see, but he is on 2K LP, so let's see, maybe there is a inner reason. I guess he has a more frequent E's for more chasing power, I assume. Let's see how is Akali. Oh, really good E, really good ult. Ooh, really fast combo. Really fast combo. He's very good at these mechanical champs, right? So he does he Q in, does he not queuing? He does Q in with bomb plating. So with bomb plating it's fine if you force an all in, even though Zed gets some trades on you, because you also have a shield on your own. So Zed will deal like borderline no damage. Meantime, you always get a good trade off with W and bomb plating. That's the thing. Like look at your own HP. It didn't really move. It didn't really move, but Zed's HP did move, right? And at the end of the day, he doesn't even have the shield, right? So at the end of the day, it means that with bomb plating W up, you can force really easily a trade, and more than often it will be a good one, right? He also kind of like punishes when Zed tries to last hit minions mainly, right? That's his goal, to like punish him. Zed couldn't even take the W there, of course, because that doesn't really put him in a better spot, right? When the enemy CS is with an ability, he punishes it, right? So it's really important to punish, right? Orianna has just used Q on a minion, right? Which makes her more vulnerable, right? To a EQ, because she doesn't have the speed up right now. So he's really good at forcing this type of all-ins, right? He Q'd in, he wiped the wave, he made himself space to look for a EQ, really well played on his part, right? Gets a control ward off in case he gets ganked, I mean. Goes in, jumps in, looks for a knee, and then he finishes him up. Very confident Jace player, he really knows what he's doing, of course. You really got to know your all-in angles as Jace, that's very important, right? He even scouted for the enemy jungle with that ward before he all-in. He loves to do this, Chovy, so he all the time does this. He baits an ability first, like the Q. The Q is really... So the interesting thing about Orianna, baiting out the Q is a very big thing, because without Q, you cannot connect W on Orianna, if that makes sense. So if you miss Q, you lose a lot of threat, because then you can't Q W, because the ball is not on Akali, which means that Akali can more smoothly force some short trades into Orianna. And so lots of players are not doing that enough, but you should definitely force short trades into Orianna when she actually has no ball, right? So lots of players don't do this, that they E backwards and they'll look for Q trades with W. They always have this tendency, no, I'm gonna use my E aggressive, they're gonna use my E aggressive, they're always gonna hold into it. The issue with this logic, it's kinda like, yeah bro, but often you don't get to, because people are smart enough to stay in between the wave. So it's like you're not gonna hit a knee anyways. So at this point you might just E backwards when they don't have their ability up to punish you. And then look for Q, W trades, maybe a basic attack. But don't be very fixated on hitting that E, because often you're gonna use it just backwards, you know. Because these type of matchups like Orianna, even if you don't have E, you still can get a decent short trade on them. And E is not a big necessity to have, because she won't just like run you down, you know, because you don't have your E and W. By aiming for this window, Chovy gets to use 3 abilities in the time the enemy gets to use 2, right? And he also has more sustain than Oriana, notably, from his runes, right? He has also the D-shield, right? Again, he did the same thing, right? He eat backwards, Q'd her, and went for a short trade because he knows the wave is soon under tower. She has 6, she has W soon, so she's looking to force something. So as much as possible, you should poke as much as possible before you dive. And don't hold too much into your E. It's actually more accurate if you E backwards, right? E the minion, and you just, I mean E forwards, my bad, in a way that you actually bounce forwards, but you throw the shuriken backwards, right? So that you get a consistent Q trade, because Q is way more likely to hit than E, right? That's another thing to point out, it's way more consistent. But now this is a dive angle, right? So he definitely does ult in, he uses his E, picks him up and definitely ults out. He doesn't even take a tower shot, right? Because at the arrival he ulted out. So that means he didn't even took a tower shot, he was so fast, right? If we get really detailed, baiting an ability while dodging with an ability to trade. Yeah, that's really important on champs like Sylas, Akali and whatnot, right? Ooh, Oriana is still nasty, huh? Likewise, this creates a favorable trade where the opponent is missing on the field. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So a lot it has to do, his playstyle really revolves around when he plays melee champs. First of all, baiting something out, then looking for a trade. So even if he doesn't get so all in, he wants his short trades always to be more potent, right? That's his point, basically. He wants to always have a better all in or a short trade. He plays very, very consistently. Nynaeve did get level 3, right? But it shouldn't be a big concern because she still got some degree of trades on him. And he also gets level 3 right now. He will probably eat the Yon Q if I'm correct. Does he? He does extremely well played on his part. Looks for a Q. Picks up his passive and Yon just absolutely gets demolished there. So that's the trick into some type of champions like Yon. You don't use E backwards because then you're gonna F yourself off when he has a tornado, right? What you want to do, you want to use your E to dodge his Q, his small little bit of wind slash, right? And then you can go for a counter attack, and that applies to like many type of this type of assassins like Echo. You know, Echo goes in with EQ. You're gonna E backwards, you're gonna dodge his Q, then you're gonna go in when his Q expires, you know. Of course, if he didn't W, hypothetically. But you can also E in earlier and you can W, so you can dodge the second part of his Q, which is totally fine. Talon, another good example where you can use your E both to dodge, to counter attack, right? To counter attack, so you're gonna use it to counter attack, right? To outplay. He always wants the enemy player to, like, he doesn't upfront fights people, he plays with a lot of consistency, which means he wants the enemy player to actually do the mistakes first, right? He's not like upfront winning because he's playing way too aggressively. He's winning because, first of all, the opponent is misplaying, right? So he plays around misplays a lot, right? And that was a nice outplay, right? He knew that Zoe has to be there to protect herself, to go for a trade. And he instantly flashed that, extremely well played on his part. He's really good at balancing defensive offensive playstyle, right? Like in there he knew he can't even get close, so he chose to not go deeper because he's gonna eat just free poke from Talia, from her Q. There is the tower, right? So he's really good at like his trade patterns, right? He really knows his trade patterns, and it really looks like, right? Like Chovy is an extremely consistent player. I think one time I may have faced him in solo queue. He played Akali. He played extremely well, but I'm not sure if it was him, but he had a very similar to Chovy, so I'm not sure if it was exactly him. It really felt like, it really felt like. It may be Chovy, I'm not 100% sure. It was really in the past. Ooh, sometimes like this is a different thing to react. It is. Does Chovy react to that? Let's see if Chovy reacts to that. Ooh, extremely well played on his part. That's 2k RP there, baby. Okay. Ooh, okay. No way gonna get the Talia, he doesn't, okay. No, but you still got one kill in a 1v2 scenario, right? Connects his E. Ults in. Oh, he should have maybe basic attack there, no? But I think it's fine anyways. I think it's fine anyways. I'm not sure if he had it in power basic. I didn't pay attention. Okay. He ults in. He does Sinati, he did heavy, it doesn't cool down. Oh, he walks out of the Nico W, extremely well played on his part, ults in and Qs. Finishes her off with Q, extremely well played on her part. So she really played around the Nico ultimate. So Akali takes lots of outplay, right? You just don't just go in like a Garen or something, you know. It takes a lots of outplay more than often, so keep that in mind that you really gotta be sharp with your mechanics. Oh. Oh, okay. He really loves to go for outplays, by the way. That's like Chovy's thing. He really likes to go for consistent outplays. Okay. Renekton, he plays everything, by the way. On mid lane, he plays bruisers. He plays whatever he wants. He plays Jace. He plays you know, this type of mages, assassins, whatnot, right? But he likes melee champs mainly. He likes melee champs mainly, as I noticed. I mean, Katarina there gets stat checked because of his Hullbreaker, right? So he cannot be bothered. In there he doesn't have to outplay. He just built that Hullbreaker, he has his Kraken. He's like super strong, you know. I always recommend people to go definitely... Oh, what was that Malphite Flash? What was that Malphite Flash? Okay. Yon trades, he had no... Okay, he has no E, but I think it should be fine. Ooh, Yon flashed late. Yeah, it's game. That's the thing about Akali. It's a bit of a nasty champion. I played Yon into Akali, but it's very hard to like play into Akali because she has so many dashes. She has the invis. She has the speed up from invis. It's very hard to hit abilities on her. It's very hard to basic attack her as Yon. So I would say it's kind of a. Oh my god, he's gonna play around the Nico ult. Well played. So he E'd to dodge the Nico ult, then he goes back with the Shuriken, right? Oh, he got outplayed there a little though. Okay, so that's a mind game, right? He mind gamed him a little, the Nico. Ooh. Do we kill him? Do we kill him or do we not kill him? He's very tanky. He is very tanky. But Yon also goes for his Sidebreaker, Bork, Hullbreaker. He also does go for a Gargoyle. So he goes tank Yon. Tank Bruiser Yon, right? Looks like some type of Bruiser tank, right? Interesting, interesting. Although Zuki all the time goes Kraken, as I noticed, and Hullbreaker. So that's it for now, guys. Have a nice day. This was also, of course, posted on Dobby's YouTube channel. I don't know how I'm not subscribed. I watch most of his videos, so definitely subscribe to his YouTube channel. Leave a like. Definitely really good video. That's it for now, guys. Have a nice day.